Never imagined that I would be going through this with my child and that she would have to suffer all these painful treatments and be so sick and get so skinny and lose her hair. And for the longest time, because of not having hair, she would only wear dresses and she had to be really fancied up. It was really hard for her not to have her hair, and she really wanted people to know that she was a girl and that she was a girly girl.
Melissa and Tatum Simpella's lives turned upside down after what should have been a fun-filled day at SeaWorld.
He's a very nice dolphin.
Became a day they'd never forget.
We'd spent the whole day there, and towards the end of the day I looked down at her and noticed that she had big bruises all over her legs, and she also had little tiny red dots on her skin, which they call petechia, which is bleeding under the skin.
Tatum had a checkup the next day.
The doctor came in and said, "Do you know why you're here?" And I said, "Tatum has petechia." And he said, "No, she has leukemia." It felt like somebody had punched us in the stomach.
Doctors admitted Tatum to the hospital where she began chemotherapy.
But when I was really sick, I got this big red snake. But when I was so sick, I got this big white snake.
Those snakes were blood and platelets from donors.
After she would get the blood transfusion, she would perk up immediately. It really made a difference, and you know, she just had more energy. Her color looked great. You could tell the difference within hours.
The blood and platelets gave her enough energy to accessorize, even from her hospital bed.
I'm very fashionable.
Even though she was so beautiful with or without hair, that was a big emotional issue for her when she lost her hair.
When I grew back my hair, it started getting a little curly. But that was excellent. It wouldn't fall in my food anymore. Before you go.
Today, Tatum's in remission, and she often accompanies her mother when she donates blood.
She had many blood transfusions and platelet transfusions, and obviously if we didn't have the people donating, you know, we would have had a very different outcome.
Beads that hang from her chandelier serve as a reminder of the long journey she's been on in her short life.
That's for a great wish.
What was your wish?
That cancer would never come back.
Her wish is on its way to coming true. Tatum is currently in remission, but the fear is still there.
You worry as a mother, you worry about your children regardless. But when you have something like this, a life-threatening illness, I don't think the worry will ever go away for the rest of my life. You know, I'm always going to be fearful that it's going to come back.
But she'll always be grateful for the donors that literally gave her daughter the gift of life.
When you have a child that if she falls, she could bleed out and die, you know, it's a pretty special thing that somebody gave their time and their blood or platelets to save her life.
I would like to say thank you to all of them.
I'm Nancy Gay for Florida's Blood Centers, where local heroes are saving lives.